Welcome everyone, Stormy Sensei here. Tonight we're going to be playing some more Final Fantasy XII because I still don't know what new game I would want to be playing. Hello there to Chomper. I actually caught the very end of Max's stream where you and Muse were playing Comfey versus each other. I left, did the raid, went up to have dinner, watched like a movie with my wife and all this other stuff. And then when all that was over, I came back downstairs just to catch the end of the stream, basically. Crushed everyone with Comfey or Shifu? That makes sense. Alright, where we last left off, we had tried to explore. That was not going to give me the teleport. Oh, we tried exploring some post-game dungeon, and it was not working out in our favor. So we're going to just leave and come back when we're like level 60. It'll be much easier at that point. Because what I really want to be able to do, like, the dungeon is so difficult that I either have to look up a guide on where exactly to go, or be strong enough to completely ignore everything that the enemies do. And we're not too far off from the latter. Is Drain working? Or is she killing herself? Yeah, no, I think it's fine. They would be undead otherwise. Been playing Zodiac recently. Shadowclaw with someone's using Dispel Gun. We probably don't need someone else doing Dispel. Darka is not nearly as strong as Scathe, unfortunately. Ursula 1v1. Okay, I was about to say, because the last thing I read was your Zoroark, and then I saw like your build for Glaceon, and I was stunned speechless for a moment. I went dark and he went water. Guess who won? Dark, I'm guessing. I mean, if it's a 1v1, then probably still dark, right? Like if I were, you know, playing Dark Bear in that scenario, then as soon as we saw each other, I would wait for you to start using your Surging Strikes, and then I would charge up my Wicked Blow, which gives me 60% damage reduction, and then I would just kill you as soon as you're done with the attacks. Unite into Dark Punch, yeah, that also just literally kills everything. So you gotta have a full heal, or always ready for that. That is what happens, yeah. Yeah, I mean the main thing that makes Urshifu so scary is that most people don't bring good lane Pokemon into lanes. And so when you're level 3 and then he shows up at level 5 with the red and blue buff, then like I don't know what you're supposed to do about that. You just walk all the way to your 3rd tower and hope that he doesn't chase you all the way there. Hope that your jungler shows up and you all fight together, but you know, solo queue, so what's more likely to happen is your jungler shows up and fights him off their pad and dies, and then he kills you and your lane partner and your jungler, and then he just never leaves your lane, and your lane partner keeps on going back for more. I should probably watch some tournament gameplay to see what happens. I mean, Urshifu is usually banned in tournaments, so I guess we wouldn't really get to see it very often, but like, you know, I still would like to see what professional players do in response to Urshifu. So then you won without getting the Rayquaza then, I'm assuming, right? Oh, you actually got Ray. Okay. I'm surprised that you were able to rip it fast enough. It also seems kind of useless because Urshifu is able to partially go through shields. So the shield, I guess, doesn't help in terms of scoring. Although I guess it does increase your damage, so you can kill him faster and then score. Oh, you try treading, then you kill them. Yeah, that makes sense. Like, I would expect, you know, Water Bear to be able to shred. Dark Bear has to secure. In the Comfey 1v1, Ray just killed us both. That doesn't surprise me. Comfey is like really, really, really bad. Like, it's not uncommon for me to like lose to the birds. Right, so we could just teleport, but I'm going to take the long way. What was stopping us from going into here? Colmore Jungle into Awesome Plain into Giza Plains. Okay. Wow, they are dropping like flies here and doing 0 damage to me. Why is he not dying? Oh, that was a mark. Also, like, I killed the main guy and then died to something else afterwards. It all happened too fast for me to actually notice, though. Cookie Specs, Focus, Gudra, Amusement, Lapras, and we both went top. Never died once, got all my stacks. That's true, but it was in customs. Like, customs might actually be one of the easiest or hardest, depending on how the teams are set up. Game modes. Well, like you and Muse on the same team, basically guaranteed that your team was probably going to win. Especially on Max's channel, because like, you know, Max is fairly casual. He only plays while streaming. And, oh, I probably hit myself in confusion. That's probably what happened. That's the only thing I could imagine that would actually be able to kill me. And then his viewers are even more casual. And like, it's actually interesting because I'm more competitive than my viewers, I feel like, because I have generally the most number of games. And typically climb the highest ranks. Or climb ranks the most, I should say. And I consider most of my viewers far more casual than I am. But among general streamer communities, as usual, my community is like way more competitive than average. Actually, I had time to beat the boss while playing. It was a chat event. I don't know what you mean. Beat what boss? Tested a new controller. Okay, how is it? I mean, clearly it's somewhat decent because you were able to play in Max's stream. Yes, how did the old one break? I got 2 LP for defeating werewolves. Kind of a lot. actually pretty interesting because, yeah, I'm thinking about all of the previous Nintendo consoles and the amount of abuse that they can take. Like, I think that there's a video of someone hitting a GameCube with a sledgehammer, and then it's still just playing just fine. Or like, you know, they basically threw an Xbox, a PlayStation 2, and a GameCube off of the roof of a building, and then saw which ones would actually still play just fine, and of course only the Nintendo console would. Now to be fair, this is a controller and not a console, but also I know for sure Switch would not survive being dropped off of a building, because my Switch, oh no, I'm thinking about my Wii U. My Wii U's controller got a crack in the touchscreen when it like fell off of a table. So the Nintendo consoles have gotten depressingly fragile. So I happen to know from looking it up that there are 30 of these trophies for me to get. And so far I have 3 of them. And you can only really get something good by literally getting all 30 of them. So we're probably not going to actually get all of them. Especially if they're all as weak as what we've seen so far. I don't even like notice when we come across a new one. It's been so long since I cleared out my inventory. I have 99 Arcana, that's how long it's been. And I also had 99 Dark Crystals as well. There actually are guides on like what to actually sell at the bazaar. Can't be bothered to look them up though. And I think that a lot of the legendary weapons are actually locked behind bazaars. I can't remember whether the game keeps track of like how many total things you sell over the course of your gameplay, or you actually have to hold the inventory and then sell it all at once. And by don't remember, I mean I never bothered to look it up, so you just don't know the answer to that. But presumably, since I've gotten everything thus far, it can't be that difficult to get more of it. And if I really wanted to, which I don't particularly, I could like actually go on hunts and like get the particular things that I need. Stop, you're gonna leave the merchant with no money. Yeah, pretty much. I actually don't even know what the money cap is for this game. I love the implication that like this means that the merchant actually had this much money to give me. And I actually do not like it when games try to make it realistic by actually putting a limit to how much money their merchants have. So, for example, Skyrim, each merchant only has a certain amount of money. Oh, Chaos Bombs, that's a new one. We got Serum, that's nice. We got 8 serums, which is the only thing that I have right now that can cure disease. That was actually like a surprisingly good purchase. I mean, that would actually be a pretty nice option to just give them the loot just so you can clear up your inventory. But at that point, you could just drop it as well, right? Rafflesia? What's that? Daedalus? Who's that? Tyrant? No hunts. Gotcha. If I see loot on the ground, I pick it up, otherwise I get anxiety. I think you just need to redefine what loot is. Like, I pick up every gold coin in Skyrim, but I'm not gonna pick up, like, cups, you know, and forks. I actually did have an issue where I picked up every potion as well, and ended up having to just, like, sell them or use them. What game has triangle open things? Oh, it's Forspoken. Okay. I was like, why did I just press Y in order to open this door? %70 of my Skyrim playtime is just walking because you're over encumbered as a hoarder. Yeah, I like having infinite inventory space. That is one of the nice things about modern games that I'll keep. Sadly, no new magics to be purchased. Even if they had new armor and weapons, I don't think I would notice because we have such our like equipment is so much better than what you would normally find at this point. Alright, it goes up to 4. I'm not even gonna bother checking the weapons shop. I also spent the first 4 hours save scumming to steal from everyone. The thing I don't like about stealing is that somehow the guards know what's stolen, what's not, and like everyone in the entire world knows what's stolen and what's not. So you can't really do anything with stolen stuff. Like you can't sell it for some reason. Like it doesn't I don't know, like, how anyone would know that anything in particular is stolen. Do I really want to walk this whole way? I don't think that I do. Yeah, that's actually a bit much, even for me. Using stolen goods in dungeons? What kind of stolen goods are we talking then? Like potions? Yeah, as is probably not a surprise to you, when I played Skyrim, I was very magic focused. So I just used healing hands to heal my, not healing hands, that's, or no, healing hands, yeah, healing hands and like just the level 1 and level 2 curative spells on self. And just stayed alive that way. And of course I set myself up with magic regen and all that stuff. The only one-handed sword I ever used was Summon Sword. Which race? That's a good question. I actually don't know the answer to that. I mean, it's been almost 10 years since I last played Skyrim. Guess which race you were? Khajiit? Is that what they're called? The cat people? That's what I want to say I was as well, but I don't remember. I think that I had the ability to turn invisible once per day or something like that. I think that was my character trait or something like that. Wasn't that? Orc? You were a lizard? Oh, okay. Yeah, lizards are able to breathe underwater, I think, is what that is. No, that's not what it is.
Ships in the water. Send fishing dories if need be, I care not. Glossair engines are as good to us as sky to a fish. Leave what boats have foundered. I want souls saved, not driftwood.
What happened?
Our armada ran afoul of bad water near the Ridorana Cataract. All engines stopped a sudden. Becalmed. Trouble with a mist thick as death, it seems. Those seas are yacht. I expected airship trouble, not a fleet foundering amidst the waves. Tell me of what happened in Giruvegon. From the lay of your eyes, I measure all did not go well.
Actually, it went very well.
Was he false, as I feared?
Yes, but we may have caught a glimpse of his true intent. We may now know what it is that Sid searches for.
So the day-affected Nithosite was only a fragment? And these Ocuria I know not and care to know even less.
If we strike this Suncrest with the Sword of Kings, no new stone may be born. We say the Suncrest is the source of all Nethosite's power. If we might break it, the Dusk...
Use that to fight the Dusk Shard and the manufactured stones.
Would you like to know the best use of Nethosite? Will or nil, I'll tell you. You pick it up and throw it away.
Either way, we have to find the Suncrest first, right? Don't we? Across the sea, and a tower on a distant shore. Read this?
Familiar words, Vaan. I saw something of the sort written in some documents I chanced upon during my visit to Draklor. The Naldoan Sea, the Ridorana Cataract, and the Pharos Lighthouse. I sent my fleet to fish out the truth behind these words, and caught trouble.
Then proof is ours. This lighthouse on the Naldoan Sea is the tower on the distant shore. The strong mist that becalmed your ships is a grimmer yet clearer sign than any we might hope for. The Suncrest is there.
All well and good, but how do we get there? Those seas are in Yacht, as I recall.
Try putting this one in your ship. 'Tis a skystone made to resist Yacht.
More spoils from the Draklor labs, is it? Why not use it yourself?
That's just the thing. My ship's a Bergerben model. It will not work. But should it fit the Strahl, she'll fly in Yacht. Lady Ashe, I would accompany your highness, if you do not object.
I am in your care. But tell me one thing. Why do so much for us?
The Nabudis Deadlands.
Nabudis was your home?
Nay, but a memory forever burned in my heart.
Alright, so from what I gleaned from the internet, Redis is the final guest we'll ever have. So if there are any enemies that we can't beat with just 3 people and we want to have a 4th person to help out with the damage, this is the time to do all that stuff. But now that I've reached this point, I don't really know that... Well, I mean, I guess we could actually use him in order to explore that dungeon that we couldn't really get in. Yeah, there's actually not that much that left for us to do. Why would you only let me see the last 2 things? Why can't I see what the rest of the text was? And the thing is, I actually don't know that having more people is going to actually help me, because the main issue is that I don't know where everything is. Ships into the Pharos have floundered, or have foundered. It were just as the fishing skulls came home. We sent them out straight away. Okay, so they're boats that went to go meet them. The Great Pharos and Bottomless Cataract. No man of Balfenheim would be willing to go there. So if we were born as children, but Redis no man of Balfenheim. Okay. You will not be able to fly there. Well, we had this crystal now, so we would be able to fly there. You can leave from the Aerodome whenever you want. On the Strahl, which is Balthier's ship. This looks like their own little party here. Like a Numo and 2 humans. Redis is still higher level than us? That's wild. Alright, what do you know, Redis? Holy and Arise? What does Arise do? Revive and fully restore HP of 1 KO'd ally. Okay. That's what I would expect it to do. I mean, Raise already recovers half of your HP, so that's like not that big of a deal. Holy damage to 1 foe, Bravery, Kiraja. Whoops. This is what I'm looking for. So just Holy and Arise. 1,000 needles, which is I mean, we do more than 1,000 damage on average, typically speaking. That's it. Okay, that's not very much. What? No, do not use those up. What is wrong with you? Foe is wholly weak. And use holy, but not if they have reflect up. Darn. I'll just leave him on 3. What was that game? It was just a bunch of like consumable items that I have very limited quantities of. I think that if his HP was less than 30%, he was going to give himself berserk status. And then serum is like the thing that I only have 10 of. But it cures disease. I mean, he's literally with me right now. There really aren't that many more techniques that I can possibly learn. There's all the stat changes, like lowering attack, lowering defense, and lowering magic attack out there that I never found. I went out of my way to get the lower the magic resist one because that's the most useful one for me to do since most of my damage comes from magic attacks. Might be interested in like getting flare or like what are some of these? Like this one, Arise is here, Holy is here, right? No, Holy's down here, and Arise is over there. Oh, this one of these is Cleanse. I think this might be Cleanse. I would know better by just going to the license board. Renew is another one. I don't know what Renew does. Renew, Cleanse, Holy, Asunaga. So I could have gotten Arise by now, and Cleanse. And probably even Holy, because we already passed by, we already have Protectica and Shelga. What are some other things that, like I don't have Graviga, which is probably super broken. Hastega would be kind of nice to have. Ardor I'm missing. Hexaflare Win. Yeah, that sounds like something that's in like Final Fantasy VII Remake or something. Yeah. I'm a little disappointed that I looked that up. So I was going to basically do all that anyway. One hit poison. I already have one of those though. I already have one of those. Trader's Bow is bow 6. So it's this slight upgrade on that. So I'm not going to bother buying it. I'm going to Murakumo. Man, I think that I'm using Mace and Shield right now. So I'll buy it because I have the money to. It's somehow worse than whatever Balthier already has equipped though. Let's see if the armor's gotten any better here. Mystic Armor 9, which is slightly better than what I have sometimes. If I were an RPG character, I would do double damage and or critical damage on poison enemies. That sounds kind of like Zevran from Dragon Age. Yep. What are the other things I got? Graviga. So I can replace Drain with Graviga, which is so busted. Instead of dealing 1/4 to all of targets' max HPs, it's 1/2 of all targets' max HP, so you just use it twice and kill anything. Alright, I'm going to continue looking at the magic list. Okay. There's a lot of backtracking that I would have to do for some of this stuff. Oh, I kind of want that, but like, why does it have a spawn rate on the treasure chest that would otherwise get it? It's actually close by though. What is this? What is that symbol there? That is kind of the missing piece for like actually being able to reasonably do that dungeon. So I'll grab this one real quick. About to cross 100 hours. Very long for a Final Fantasy game. What? What were you doing, Redis? Oh yeah, I should check to see what his equipment is, right? I'm not allowed to steal his equipment. That's fair. If it were better than mine, I would just literally unequip him, so it's for the best that I don't have that ability. I could have solved that very quickly, but I wanted to see how it was going to go. Wait, 20% spawn rate. I don't even know where it's supposed to actually be. It's somewhere on this section right here. Literally take off half of his HP. And it still has the issue where, like, anything that's actually reasonably tough, it doesn't matter. Because it's just going to be immune. And anything where, like, there's a whole bunch of them, it also won't matter. Because usually when there are large numbers of enemies, it just means they're weaker. But, you know, we can never discount the one time we were able to defeat that one mark in the enemy groups that we were not supposed to be able to defeat whatsoever. Because there were like, you know, 6 mantises. anchor. To what? Well, let's save first, because I don't know what this thing is going to lead me to. Oh, board the Stroll. What? I thought that the Stroll was at the Aerodome. Oh, okay. Well, I guess now the Stroll replaces teleport crystals, and I can just board it everywhere. Okay, well, rain is relatively rare, so I have high hopes. Also, I would totally not mind having some sort of no encounters gear. Like, all I want to do... Okay, well, okay, maybe not, because I actually do want to fight this guy. Weak to fire. Is that water or ice, I wonder? It was weak to fire, so I'm assuming that it was ice. %20 is such a low number to, like, go through the entire thing. Confuse is not as useful as I thought it was going to be, actually. Because since the whole enemy team is like, or since we're all hitting it, like, it actually doesn't matter. Also, what happened to the Moogles that were working on these things? Trying to level up. That might be it, actually. My float ran out right as I was trying to get that. No, it's not a rust. Oh, come on. Rip. It's actually kind of hard to, like, just die in the overworld. Like, even if that trap had killed my entire team, it would have just told me to reform the team with people that aren't dead. And then I just would have, like, swapped in the other characters. That was a pretty cool trick. I wonder if I have to use the diamond armlet, which allows me to get the better item in the treasure chest. No one will ever know. Maybe I should equip the diamond armlet. The guide doesn't say anything about us needing it. But also, you can never trust guides anyway. Okay, that wasn't an out of rust, but it was in the same location before. I'm gonna start equipping the armlet. I got excited because that's actually the first time that treasure chest has ever appeared. I'm just also gonna make sure that I'm in the right place. Terraced bank, yep. Terraced bank, yep. 20% spawn rate. Where does this link take me to? It takes me to a YouTube video of where it actually will spawn. So you come from the north, then yeah, if you come from the south, then it is right where. Huh? Oh, okay. That does limit it, so that's good. Yeah, it's this treasure chest here that it would be. So I'll speed things up a little bit. $14 gil instead of the thing that I actually want. $12 gil instead of the thing that I want. Not of rust instead of the thing that I want. Unfortunately, this is the only way to get cleanse as far as I'm aware. Also, I would have never gotten this on normal playthrough. And I actually wouldn't really care to get it if it weren't for the fact that one enemy in the one dungeon that I want to eventually be able to explore will inflict disease. There we go, we got cleanse. Alright, we will save that for later. Wonderful. Okay, let's do the cinematic leaving of the port that I'm sure that the game wants us to do. Now it's faster than expected. We are going at 4 times speed, which I can't even really imagine playing this game on normal speed at this point. Was that a... Did I just see that correctly? We stepped on a rejuvenation trap, which healed all allies. I remember early on, like, seeing that there was an ability called 1,000 Arrows, and thinking like, wow, being able to deal 1,000 damage, that's going to be so nice one of these days. Nope. It would have been completely useless. It was already outclassed by the time I got it. I actually don't know whether I have it or not. Not that it would matter if we did, because it would be useless. Hey there, Skoshi. Alright, how are we doing on levels? We need to swap it out. I got the B team in until level 58. Alright, what's some other things that I would want to have? I already have all that stuff. Have I been to that place yet? That name, is it familiar to me? No, so I haven't been there yet. Oh, really? I didn't realize that that was non-elemental damage. You would think that with a name like Shock, it would be magic damage. Don't care about that. Don't care about that. I really don't care about any of this stuff now that I have Scathe. Yeah. Oh, there's one thing that I would like to have. Where's the Sunaga? I'd have to go back to the Necrohall in Ivalice for that. And then all that. Okay, so now I have everything that I actually care to have. Oh wait, what's this thing? That doesn't matter too much. Okay. Ultima win? Ultima's not in this game. I mean, Scathe is Ultima, right? Ultimate non-elemental magic damage to all enemies in range. That's just the description of Ultima with a different name. I'll never get used to not seeing you draw spells for 12 hours. Have I ever done that? I don't think I ever did that. Like, my memory of me playing through Final Fantasy VIII was just draw 6 times and then kill the enemy. We never, like, farmed to get up to 100 every single time, especially when we knew that we were going to fight the thing again. There we go. Cinematic. I still need to defeat 3 more Seeks. Oh no. How awful. Unfortunate. There's technically no reason for me to be here, if I am to believe this guide. I guess we could finally use this time to go over the bestiary. I don't really feel like going forward in the story tonight. I guess that would be true. Like if you were at low levels, you could actually farm the cactus thorns and then sell enough of them and you get a bundle of needles and then get the 1,000 needles ability. Really helped you out a lot at the beginning. Sage knowledge 34 of 78. But like, alright, Adventurer's Handbook, alright. Guess there's no way of reading it in order. We gotta go kill some dive talons. small kingdom comprising of the lands around the city of Ravenaster, governing a portion of the Galtian Peninsula. While its territories are small, the situation at the crossroads of 3 continents has enabled it to prosper as a center of trade. More than 700 years are marked in the charts of history since her founding, yet many are the armies that have sought to claim her for the cultural richness and strategic importance. Upon her defeat to Arcadia in the invasion of 704, her lands were placed under the direct control of the Empire. So I guess this is the codex that I've been asking for all along. Wait, time to go kill some dive talons. They're in Wester Sands. Hey, Thunderbug? What do you mean? I wish Thunderbug. What are you doing? Why do you keep on casting that over and over? I gotta make sure that it doesn't cast Kamikaze. I'm gonna try to one-shot it. Alright, that's one. We'll complete going through, we'll go for another like 30 minutes hunting stuff, and then we'll end. Nice. Called the Pirate King of the Skies for his uncanny power of flight and ability to strike silently with fatal precision. The treaty to end hostilities in the war with Arcadia was signed at Nalbina, yet immediately after the signing the Dalmascan king was slain, and as a result the kingdom of Dalmascan came under complete Arcadian imperial rule. In the 2 years since the war and occupation by Arcadian forces, the fortress has become a key strategic stronghold against the distant yet ever-threatening Rosarian Empire. Or what's the third empire, though? So there's Arcades, the Arcadian Empire, and the Rosarian Empire. And Vane is part of the Arcadian Empire. Oh. Work continues to this day to repair the damage which the fortress suffered during the war. Recently, markets where antiques and rarities can readily be have sprung up in the outer wards of the fortress, taking advantage of the steady flow of traffic which passes through the midpoint between Ravenous and Nabudis. It is this pivotal location that gives the fortress its unique character. Many are the travelers who visit Naomina Fortress to witness this ever-booming oasis that refuses to silt over in neglect or crumble before the blistering winds of war. Lowtown. With the defeat and occupation of Arcadia, by Arcadia, many of the former residents of Upper Ravenasti were relocated here, leading to its gradual transformation into a residential area. No natural light shined on Lowtown, save for the passages where the street above, making it perpetually gloomy. Many orphans from the war have adopted Lowtown as their new home. The Shiva. So Shiva is also a Hindi god, but in Final Fantasy lore, it's usually the Ice Esper. She was replaced with what's her name this time? The one that I gave to Balthier, not Balthier, the one that I gave to Bosch. Most of them are useless. Most of the Espers are not very good. The only thing they're mostly good at is absorbing a particular magic type, and that's really it. I mean, you can use them to kind of draw aggro, but also the person who summons usually takes all the aggro. Alright. Number 1 light cruiser class airship, belonging to the 8th Fleet. Ordered to return to Ravenous after Nethicite fragment known as the Dawn Shard was recovered, but sank in an explosion thought to have been caused by the relic before she could make port. Okay. So I remember that cutscene. Yeah, that's when Fran went crazy. Right before the explosion happened. I don't know how we survived that, by the way. Don't remember what happened there. We gotta kill some great tortoises in the Giza Plains. Great tortoises. I wonder if those are going to only be available during the rains. Who are you? Hello. Am I able to... I guess the area only exists when rains exist. When will it rain? Not for at least another 45 minutes? Or I guess it could be another 15 minutes. Also, let's just see if there are great tortoises around here. What are you? Slay them, okay. I get the feeling that they only come during the rains. I'm pretty sure if I sneezed on these enemies, they would just instantly die. I wonder where some other places that I'd be able to do. The great tortoises appear elsewhere. Where is that weather guy? Yeah, that's where you are. So I guess it'll be another 15 minutes actually. Yeah, this is rains only. Okay. During the rains, the villagers relocate to the mountains. Now we know where they go. Okay. Wild snakes. Are those also... I think those are also rains enemies. Or Dahlia, continent on the western edge of Ivalice. The vast plains of the interior, home to the great Rosarian Empire. Okay, so the western edge. The east of Rosaria, the land is arid and largely desert. The Galtian Peninsula, on the eastern portion of the continent, is a crossroads connecting Valendia and Kirwan both, a strategic prize sought by Empire and Kingdom alike. Though Dalmasca controlled by the peninsula for the last several hundred years, it was lost to the Arcadian Empire as an invasion for the past 2 years. So, Dalmascan. So that's like all of Rabanastre and whatnot. And then the area to the on the west side, these things is where Rosarian Empire is. That's also where the Tomb of Wraithwall is. It doesn't really even make that much sense because Wraithwall was Lady Ashe's ancestor. don't think have I ever seen a Rosarian before? That one. That one. Okay, so the whole continent is Ordalia. So all of this, including Rabanaste and the Giza Plains and Dalmasca, Easter Sands and the Barheim Passage and the Waterway, all this is Odine or whatever. Or Dahlia. Vast plains interior are home to the great Rosarian Empire. To the east is a land that is mostly desert. Peninsula on the eastern portion of the continent connects the two. It has a Masca Peninsula. Okay. Garam Scythe Waterway. Gotta go back to the waterways, kill some enemies there. I'm so surprised that we actually killed the Malbra Overkings. Labyrinthian, that's a SAT word. Are they skillies? So if you sell aged turtle shells and Leomond Halicons, then you get a new bizarre, what's it called? Bizarre item. Gotta kill some ghosts. I don't even know where I would find this. And some water elemental. One more water elemental. This used to be like so scary fighting one of these. I bet it would be very easy for me to defeat it at this point. Still have 4 more minutes until the next possible swapping over to the what's it called? Rain season. So I use this time to quickly go into Lowtown and go into the water passage and then, you know, kill a water elemental. Maybe even a ghost if we can find one. All the gates open right now. I've been told that every combination of gate keys or waterway controls unlock a different area and possibly like a different nice item to unlock or to pick up. But there's also like nothing useful that I actually care to get in particular. I don't even know what that was. We're here to find a water elemental. Oh, he's casting holy because they're weak to holy. Nice. I thought they were running out of mana. You're on charge. Wait, this was supposed to be it. This is where the water elemental was supposed to be. Why is he casting Protective twice? Of course, now that it would be easy for us to defeat the water elemental, it's nowhere to be found, right? Gamuts are off. I don't think that it's going to be here. These enemies are like too early game. Where would I find a ghost? It's probably in the center area. I remember the days back when we used to quickening every single enemy. Yeah. Things were pretty rough. We were definitely here before we were supposed to be here. And it definitely showed. And back then, when we were exploring this area, we got like what was at the time very powerful magic spells, I remember. Oof. Don't run into that. I guess it didn't matter. This is one of the super marks, or the hidden marks. I was not expecting that. A pouch of silent shot. No one uses guns, so that item is completely useless. don't really want to be down here. What is it? Where is it that I want to actually be? Gunblade win? Well, you missed the Gunblade portion. That was the last game, Final Fantasy VIII. Now we're on... I mean, I guess there is no signature weapon in this game, that I know of at least. Wait, Aqua Ra moat, like as an item exists, but Aqua Ra, the spell, doesn't exist? Feels like cheating to me. Why is he doing 0 damage to the Marlboro? Like, he's higher level than we are. Magic power 49. Oh. Okay. That is unexpected. He is way, way, way weaker than any of us. He has really amazing speed, though. What is with his speed? And they're like weak to holy, too. Okay. You're using bubble, okay. Like, why are they alive still? Ah, we found one. Nice. Can't let you get away. There you go. Very nice. What else do we need in this area? Baratine Croc and Ghosts. Imagine having to play this game at 1x speed all the time. Yeah, I think that the in-game time speeds up along with your sped up time. Like I've noticed when there are countdowns and things like that, it keeps speed with you. So I would imagine that the in-game clock also speeds up with you. But that means that you would just have to be playing it real time. I mean, at the beginning I was doing 2x speed for my speed up, but now, I go at 4x speed. Well, this is odd. I would have thought that the two in the middle would have been the way to go. I'll try 2 on the left. I think ghosts appear in this section. If they don't, then we can leave. We'll have to come back for the crops and whatnot. Oh, there's a crop. Nice. We killed one of them. How many more do we need? That was the last one we needed? Okay. We just need to find some ghosts now. Why did Redis die? What? Do you also have 0 defense too? 58 defense. Now he has good defense. What about magic resist? 41. I mean, he has low magic resist. I guess he also has kind of low HP because no one's casting bubble on him. He's as squishy as my white mage. Oh yeah, okay, that did do 5,000 damage, I suppose. Ghosts. Kinda want to see if they are closer to the Royal Palace. Or Let's try this area at least. More rats up here and bats. Way back into the palace, but obviously it's caved in at this point. If it's not a ghost, I kind of really don't care. I wonder where we would find them. If we just hang out here long enough, will they appear? So, worth a shot though. Alright, I think that there's a chance that we're on the rainy season now. It's rainy for 30 minutes, followed by dry for an hour, or maybe it's like 45 minutes and 30 minutes, I don't really remember. But we don't want to lose our opportunity. Because if we miss the rains, it'll be a while before we get to try again. The guy did say that the rains are almost here. Hey, rainy season. Nice. I kind of understand why I had Vaan's gambits off. He's kind of useless here. You may as well just literally walk around and collect treasure chests. So what are we here for? We're here for great tortoise and wild snakes. Which means we're not here for these, but I'll kill one just in case anyway. I don't think that changed anything. Nope. my lightning attacks. Do we all have lightning attacks? No, I don't even have a lightning attack. Why was he immune to... Is he immune to physical damage? No, maybe he's immune to melee damage. Oh, this would be nice. Did that give me something? Oh, it did actually. Okay. I need to kill the Storm Elemental twice. Good to know. It's just crazy how wildly different things are nowadays. These are the wrong tortoises. We're gonna finish this area today because I'm not gonna ever want to wait for the dry season to end. So we gotta make sure that we get everything we need this time. Ah, this is what I'm looking for. Alright, how many of these do I need to kill? 2 of them. That was 1. Oh, we got the emblem box and Unite? Very nice. I'm assuming it was mailed to you? Because it's past the reset day, or reset time at this point, so if I don't get it mailed to me, then I just missed out on it. Got it early. Alright, so there's no way to know. I will find out after this stream ends then. Ooh, wonderful. Storm Elemental and a tortoise at the same place? Oh man, that was really nice of the game. I only have 1,400 or 1,441 games. That's a good number. Like, you know, at that point, if I'm like after a game and I'm looking at people's game record or like play records, they're like 1,400 is when I'm like, okay, they kind of get the basics, I guess. Which is funny because that number just keeps on going up and up. Like the number of games you have to play before I say, okay, you're not a complete beginner. Just keeps on increasing. The more I play, the more I expect other people to play as well. What's that same VR from earlier? What do you have to say now? I'm actually saying that you're not a beginner. Like, that's the number of games that, where if I saw it, I'd be like, okay, you know, they're not still just learning the game. Like, if I have someone that has like 500 games in, then like, I kind of expect them to do all sorts of crazy stuff, you know? That number used to be like 100. Where you'd be like, okay, I can't expect them to actually be good at the game because they're still learning. But the number just keeps going up and up. So like, where are we gonna find this rattlesnake? Is that actually not a... Maybe it's not a Reigns thing. I'm supposed to kill 7 of them too. Wild snake. Playing deadweight. Alright, good luck with that. Oh, okay. There's only one wild snake in all of Ivalice and is in this area, but only in the dry season. So, that's fine. Oh, look at this. What is this? What are you? Alright, I'm going to not be in fast mode for this. I should turn on my gambits now, because I'm actually going to respect you. Why does it say he's weak to ice when he's actually immune to ice? Or maybe the ice is only doing 740 damage. Let's try Scathe instead. to scathe, it would appear. How is he immune and weak to ice at the same time, though? He's immune to that, okay. It's kind of annoying. That was a lot of experience points. Vaughn missed out. That probably means that I need to actually, what's it called, right? Yeah, now I need to defeat another one of them. Bad that I happened to discover that enemy. This isn't heavy rain though, so I don't think it's going to spawn here. Let's try again. It's the opposite of heavy rain. I think this looks good. Is this heavy rain? Or maybe it has to be a thunderstorm. I think we would have seen it by now if it were heavy rain. Yeah, this is heavy rain. But we're in the nomad village instead of being an actual area. We're getting so unlucky. I mean, I guess we got super lucky to just randomly come across it the one time. But we keep on getting heavy rain in the village, which is the only thing that we don't want. thunderstorm. I wonder if it could appear in any area, not just... You look different. Kind of wish that I would be able to just like use the bumpers to move to the next thing. Oh man, there are multiple things that were in the waterway. That was going to be my main question. Yeah, this guy's in the waterway, and then also this guy's in the waterway. I suppose in theory, if it could appear anywhere, then I could just try to go to other zones and look for it. But since I already got the thunderstorm in this zone, I kind of want to just find it here. We won after getting pinged the whole map for the whole time for farming. Sounds about right. I just don't understand. Like, you know, you see T-Tar ult, and then you just decide, I think we can still stay and fight it. Like, when instead you could just back away, wait for the ult to be over, and then come back to fight a much weaker version. The thunderstorm again here. I guess we did already kill the guy in this area. Yeah, pretty much any time the team is like doing something, it doesn't matter how good or bad the choice is, they always want you to also be there, even when it's a bad idea. Actually, sometimes especially when it's a bad idea. Like, I'm always talking about how, like, oh, we don't need 5 people to be here, right? And so I'm always, you know, trying to tell people to, you know, have someone defend against back caps, or, like, you know, go score on a goal that is undefended, while, you know, you just kind of stalemate them on your own goals. But no one wants any of that. Everyone just wants everyone to be, you know, if you're winning, they want everyone to be together. And if you're losing, then everyone wants you to just, like, go to whatever the next objective is, even though you just lost the last objective. No farming allowed. Just die, run straight to the next objective. Die there, run to the next objective. Complain that your team is all spread out farming. Redis is going to be the highest level on my team. Well, he already was the highest level on my team, but it's going to be way more pronounced now, because he's going to be on both the A team and the B team. Did we get 2 lightning thunderstorms in a row? Yes, we did. Nice. Maybe we'll be lucky enough to get another N-type spawn. I'm also afraid that if I leave, then the rains will be over. But I guess I should just do it now, because the longer I wait, the more likely it is that the next time that I leave is going to be over. Trying to make another enemy type respawn. Please still be wet. Nice. Alright, let's see if we can get this guy to spawn again. Maybe it doesn't happen only during thunderstorms. Again, we have to marvel at 4 times speed. This would be a terrible gameplay experience without it. So unlucky. It keeps... Okay, there we go. Alright. I think it'll spawn this time. There it is. Alright, so who has my lightning style thing? Aldramech? I think that's Fran. He's immune to drain, that's what it is. So now he's immune to Blizzard, right? Yeah, that's what it looks like. This is really what the summons are useful for. They absorb the element in question. That was rude. Are you still immune to... what's it called? To magic again? Yes, you are. Okay. also lewd. HP left. No longer immune to magic. Alright. Wait, what? Did he make himself immune to magic again? When I wasn't looking? I guess he did. Okay. Back to just attacking him now. There we go. Did you miss the Great Crystal completely? Yeah, you're talking about that one dungeon that you teleport inside of? The green place? You didn't miss all of it. You missed me getting lost there for like an hour more than I wanted to be, or an hour or two more than I wanted to be, and me realizing that I wasn't going to be finished anytime soon, and there was no save crystal inside, so I just left. But not before I got some pretty nice abilities. Like I got Protectga, Shelga. I already had Protecta, but I got Shelga and a couple of other like nice high level equipment and magics while I was there as well. Right now we are killing some time by finishing bestiary entries. Turns out that wild snakes only appear during the dries, so I have to come back at some point in time. No, we beat the story part of that. We already got the treaty sword, and now we have Redis in our party as a guest. That part wasn't so bad. We actually finished that part like in 30 minutes or so, because I had gotten lost the 2 streams ago there, and then I'm gonna go. I've never seen this before, so I want to actually see him use his ultimate attack now, since we're so close to finishing it. Oh no, please instead use your ultimate attack. Man, these animations are so awesome. I really wish that they like did reasonable damage. Like a whole mist bar for like 3,000 damage, when I do like 20,000 with just Scathe. Sweet kiss? Oh no. When you said I don't feel like playing the game, I thought that you might be going with Compe, but Sweet kiss is awful. We've actually spent so long in this area that maybe it's already dries again. Oh yeah, I turned off my gamuts, that's right. Anyone put 30 hours into Tears of the Kingdom yet? I'm sure that, oh wow, we actually had spent so long in here that it was dry as again. I don't even have the game yet. Finished at the tutorial land. Nice. There we go. Wild Snake A makes me feel as though there's a Wild Snake B. Is there a Wild Snake B? Wild Snake no longer wants to come out. I had to defeat 7 of them, and apparently this is the only area that they are in the entire game. I feel like the most consistent way of getting them to spawn is going to be to just reset my game or like go back to the main menu. Don't really feel like doing that though. So I'm going to hope that just going into the village and then coming back out does it. I think they're fairly useful against the Entites just because like they can't die to them. And they're immune to status effects. Which is a pretty nice combination, because they like to use things like Silence-ga and Sleep-ga. We were mildly inconvenienced the first time we fought the Lightning Entite, because once he got down to low enough health, he made himself invincible or immune to all magic damage. So Fran, who was like, you know, chipping him down with Blizzagas and Scathes and things like that, couldn't do any more damage to him, and then he put all my people to sleep, and magic damage doesn't wake you, so he just kept on using Thundaga over and over again. But he couldn't deal enough damage to us to kill us before we all woke up, or not before we all woke up, but before Fran woke up, so that she could revive everyone else. But you don't have to worry about stuff like that if you just, you know, use the Lightning Elemental Esper. Okay, that seems to be a consistent way of making that happen. I wonder if I can get it to work even faster by going through the Western Sands instead of going all the way to Urbanasta. That seems to be the play. And it just turned dry season, so we don't have to worry about it randomly becoming rain season while we're doing this. And then once we're done with this, I think we're gonna call it. This treaty sword and like the whole sun cyst and like the fact that all nethicite originated from this one crystal has made things a little more interesting. I think that it's very like Star Wars prequel to me, or like Star Wars in general, right? Like if you really watch Star Wars, then like you kind of realize that most of it is just like high political drama, and like none of it really makes that much sense. But like you enjoy it for like, you know, the fantasy and the hero's journey and like the sound, special effects and things like that, music, stuff like that. And Final Fantasy XII is like that for me. Like I really enjoy the combat system. The whole concept of gambits and like the animation for the espers, and you know, music's pretty nice as well. But maybe because of the fact that I spend so much time doing hunts and side quests and like going off to random like villages and dungeons that I don't belong in and going for these espers, like the story doesn't make enough sense. Cause like who's that Bosch lookalike? Like is that his brother? Like what are the judges here? Are they Arcadian? Like who's the good guy, who's the bad guy? Is everyone bad and it's just like the fallen kingdom of Dalmasca is the only good person and the Rosarians and the Arcadians are also bad? But like, have I even met a Rosarian yet? Who are the Rosarians? Like I'm pretty sure I know that Vayne is Arcades and Larsa is also Arcades. Like all that stuff is just kind of, there are too many like the art direction that they went with is too realistic. Like I don't know, there isn't enough flair to these characters so that I can actually like distinguish them. Like if they had, you know, colorful garbs, or like if some of them weren't human, or like if the bad guy had a tail, or like, you know, giant iconic blonde hair, or not blonde hair, giant iconic like white hair, then it would be a lot easier to keep straight. But as it is, the only thing that really piqued my interest is the oculi, or whatever the thing are called. The undying gods that cause a cycle of death and rebirth. Like that is Final Fantasy to me. Like when they said that, I was like, okay, like now I can actually get into the story. Like they have the cycle of life and death, and they've chosen Ashe to be their chosen one to perpetuate it. And we, as the 4 Warriors of Light plus the 2 add-ons, get to break that cycle. Like Final Fantasy. Alright, how many more of these do I have to do? Alright, we finished. Nice. Alright, we no longer have to worry about dries and wets anymore. The capital of Old Dalmasca, okay. Before that, many other kingdoms stretching back as far as the storied history of the Galtian Peninsula. That was worth it. Who was this guy? Oh yeah, I remember this one. Was not very helpful either. Alright. Still never found those ghosts in the Garam Scythe waterway. But yeah, I wonder if my perception would be different. Okay, so I know for sure my perception would be very different if every time someone said something, or like in Triangle Strategy, when someone is speaking, you can press the X button and then it'll pull up little, paragraph of who this person is with their portrait and things like that. If I had that, I'd be happy. In Final Fantasy XIII, after some exposition drops happen, then the codex updates, and then you can go in and read more about the stuff that they just got through talking about. If I had that, I would also be happy. If I could rewatch old cutscenes, like I could do in Final Fantasy X by going to the Blitzball Dome, I would also be happy with that as well, using the spheres. Or if I just were speedrunning the game and I just sat down and just did all the main cutscenes over and over again, not doing any side quests, I would probably also be happy. But not being able to recap what I've already seen and having long periods of time, 10 plus hours in between cutscenes, makes it so that I never know what's going on. I'd never know who's talking, or who's on what side, or there's supposed to be some sort of double crossing going on within the Arcadian ranks. Some of the judges are loyal to Vayne and some of them aren't. And then some of the judges were killed by other judges. And I remember that those things happened, but I don't even remember having ever met those characters prior to that cutscene happening. So I don't know, this is just the type of thing where you just kind of enjoy the gameplay, and then afterwards you watch a 2-hour YouTube video explaining what happened. Yeah, you can rewatch cutscenes in Luca. In between where the Blitzball Stadium is and where the cafe is, where you talk to Kamari and break up that fight between him and the other Ronso. There's a little section over there where if you walk into it, then you can replay cutscenes in there. So it's not technically in the Blitzball Arena, but it's in Luca at least. Alright, off stream, I'm going to look up where these other espers are, and then decide whether it's worth trying to actually find them. And that's probably what we'll do next time. Or maybe I'll just not do that off stream and just wait, and then I'll just look it up on stream. I'll probably do it off stream though. Don't do that? Okay, that's fine. I mean, it just seemed as though there were things that I've missed so far. And if it's just a matter of backtracking and going into the waterways, and the waterways is where I got this guy. And then the Necro Hall should have one of them. Wait, a couple more areas? Alright. I don't think that there are that many more areas left, though. Because, according to all of the do all this stuff before you beat the game videos of Final Fantasy XII that I've seen, Redis is the last guest that we'll ever get. I still have a good chunk of unlocking to do? Really? That seems very surprising to me, because we have the best non-legendary weapons already, I feel like. Like, I know how to get the Zodiac Spear. It's not going to happen on this playthrough, probably. But we have, like, you know, Dragon Whisker already and these things. We don't have this thing, but that's, like, the next strongest. We already have the almost best equipment in terms of armors. We already have almost all of the magic we'll ever need. We're missing like Renew and Holy and Asunaga. And then in terms of black magic, we kind of have the best thing we're ever going to want to have. In terms of staves, we already have the best staff. Oh wait, yeah, we have the best staff already. Not that staves are particularly good anyway. In terms of bows, okay, we actually still have ways to go before we get the best bows. I can buy the Yoichi bow if I wanted to. Yeah, we're still lacking in bows, I guess. We're one off from the best shields in the game. Oh, I never bought that, huh? That's wild. We actually do have a good bit of axes and hammers left. That kind of surprises me. Okay, we actually aren't that far ahead, I guess. There's still this sort of stuff. Still don't have the best crossbow. Yeah, I would say that we're like 90% through. Let's see what the best mace is. We still got a little bit more to go for that as well. Alright. I think that'll do it for tonight. If you enjoyed today's stream, be sure to leave a like. If you want to see more from me, be sure to subscribe. Tomorrow, probably Final Fantasy XII. I don't really think we're going to be starting any other new playthrough until Summer of Smash. So stay tuned for that. And I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Take care and goodbye.